8.1 from James.
8.8. I loved it.
Ooh, flying.
Big score.
Yeah, I loved it.
Huge score.
I thought it was epic.
Is that out of interest, James? Is it creeping towards sort of like top 10? Because 8.8 is a big score. Just to
8.8 is
understand
massive.
what your like ceiling is for what you would give a film realistically.
Oh, I've given a couple of 10s for sure.
Oh, okay, right. 6 of that top 10.
We've got different rating systems. If you've given a 10 before,
Lord of the Rings trilogy's fucking 10 for me, all of them. So, but yeah, no, it's not in my top 10. But you know, I really struggle to find things that I didn't love about the film, and if you're having to search, you know, really long and hard to try and find the flaws in the film, then you just need to sit back and say I thought it was fucking amazing, and it was.
Yeah.
So 8.8, and I can't give myself a reason. I don't need to give myself a reason to give it any lower.
I feel like I want to evaluate mine up a bit now.
Liam,
do it, man. Don't feel too tied to it. Change it if you want to.
Liam,
I'm going probably an 8.7.
yeah, no boys.
This is gonna smash the list.
I'm not actually giving it above an 8. So
I want to watch it again just so that I can like think a little bit more technically about it. Because this time it just hit me and washed over me, and I had like a pretty incredible emotional reaction to it. But I'd like to know how they achieved that. You know, just from the perspective of someone who wants to make films. I'd like to watch it again and see what kind of craft, because I noticed in a few scenes what was going on, but there was so much happening. There was so much like cutting edge filmmaking happening in that film that I suppose I would want to watch it once more just to get that, just to kind of see what's going on. So 8.7 for me.
I'm differing from you a bit. I'm not actually giving it above an 8. But it's just on my own personal scale. I love the soundtrack. I love the cinematography. I really enjoyed the story, the way it was written, the way it's directed, all of it. Just I have to. Sometimes when films get like this, I have to take a look at the scale that I've already used before in the past, and then compare it to films that are slightly similar. And Moonlight gave 7.7 before. You know, films like Honey Boy, which I gave 7.5. For me, this one sits about a 7.8, I think, on my scale.
If you weren't speaking like if you weren't relatively speaking, you know, to the other films and whatnot, like what would you just like instinctively give it? Like what number just like popped straight into your mind if someone asked you and you hadn't ever rated a film before?
Argue, but not above an 8. Not above an 8. If I was doing it how I do when I write my reviews, I'd give it a 4-star. I wouldn't give it 5. There's arguably a couple of dynamics that could be missing. Can't quite pinpoint them down, but the film as a whole,
that's my point though.
It could arguably be detailed. It could arguably be detailed.
We're reviewing them. We're not like critiquing them. Like it's just
it's the same as Amelie. You know, we didn't identify anything that was wrong with Amelie, but we didn't all give it 10s.
No,
it's an enjoyment factor, isn't it? Which is subjective. They're like, I think I'm about £2 to my scale now, because listening to you, James, saying you would give a film a 10, I don't think that any in my film that I would give like
I would never give a film a 10.
0.5, because I think I'm probably looking at it too critically. Which obviously, like, if I was doing it purely, like it sounds like you were on just like objective enjoyment, Good, the Bad, the Ugly would probably. I think I gave 8.7. That would probably be a 9. Amelie would probably go up to like 8.7. Like my whole scale would probably shift a bit more in hindsight.
Because your 10 is your favourite film. That's what it is. Yeah. Like your 10 is your favourite film. If you're going, which is when we discussed it first. That's what I thought we were doing. We said, well, as long as we're consistent, I guess it doesn't matter. So
I feel like your favourite film wouldn't be a 10 because there's always a 10 that's going to be out there that you haven't seen.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't matter. 10 doesn't mean it has to be exclusively to one film. I can rate more than one film a 10 if it's a 10.
No, I know, but I would never rate a film a 10.
But does that mean you're saying, Guy, that you're never ever going to have a film which you fully enjoy?
I hope I will, but I've not seen it yet.
What about Gladiator?
That is so sad.
You've not watched Phantom Menace.
That reservation is holding you back.
No, I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing a film that is.
Enjoy a film every once in a while.
Depends if I can do it. It depends if I can do it, and like whether it's not critically either. But I'm looking at this critically as well. I do both. I do both. I
Put my
can't.
score up to 8.6. Let's do it. I'm gonna adjust my scale because I like the way that you and Liam are thinking about it. I think you changed the way I'm gonna start scoring a little bit more because you're right. There's nothing wrong with Gladiator in my mind. That is my perfect movie forever.
You're going to bring a run through it back up to a 5 now.
Hey, that'll make you feel good as well, Tom. That'll make you feel good doing it.
I feel liberated.
Was it 8.6? 8.6.
Yeah, 8.6. I really liked it.
8.1 plus.
Go back and give Amelie a boost.
Plus 8.7.
Give them all a boot.
Plus 7.8.
And then Drop a River runs through it.
8.4
If you do
overall.
enjoyment factor, you'd be a 1 for that.
It's 8.4 overall for Waves. 8.4, which is that higher than Good, Bad, the Ugly, isn't it?
No, really.
2 seconds. 2 seconds.
It's not.
That got 8.6, didn't it?
8.4. That knocks the Waves.
My rating wasn't in there, and nor was Gem's, so that will pull it down.
Yeah, I was going to say, I haven't actually given a rating for that.
That puts Waves at number 7 in the QTAS top list. All-time top list, number 7.
Guy, what's the top 10 out of interest? Can you do a run through it at the moment?
Start from 10.
Start from 10.
The river runs through it.
Amelie's not in the top 10 anymore. So
It's such a weird top 10 though, being only films that none of us had seen previously.
well, there'll be ones on here you probably haven't seen.
Yeah, that'd be one.
Yeah.
Number 10 is Joker.
Oh, mine would have taken that low.
That's rogue.
Number
But yeah, keep going.
number 9 is Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Not seeing it.
Number 8 is The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Number 7 is Waves. Number 6 is Dunkirk.
Oh, mine would have taken that way lower again.
Number
What did you give it out of 10?
Yeah.
8.5 is Dunkirk.
8.5.
The Irishman is number 6.
Where's
Sorry,
1917?
no. Sorry, I've messed up the numbers. Irishman is number 5 now. Where's what, Jem?
Do you put Dunkirk above 1917?
We didn't review 1917.
Or what would you think?
Not doing that now. The
No,
Irish,
I would certainly put 1917 above Dunkirk.
yeah, by 0.1.
what was
Little
the
Women
one?
is number 4.
Yes.
Number 3 is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And we've got a joint number 1 is Blade Runner 2049 and La La Land.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, ultimately, we've got a list here that's a combination of all of our scores. So no, it's not reflective of anyone's real opinions, which is quite funny. Really,
But that's the point. That's what the QTS is all about.
Everyone's just like, I disagree with our list entirely. Everyone.